Hey everybody, it's WWE Fan 1993 here, along with my guest, well not my guest, always my co-host Carlos, and we are welcoming you to the current state of WWE. This is going to be a show all about everything that happened this past week in WWE news. You're going to hear about some rumors. Someone bought the XFL. There's a surprise return tonight, supposedly. We're going to be doing a WWE tag. We're going to be answering questions about our favorite moments, wrestlers, all of that in the WWE tag. And we're going to be going over our top. Each of us will have top 3 moments from Raw and Smackdown. We will talk about them. And also we're going to be going into the photos of the week. We're going to be talking and posting photos that were very important. And yeah, so Carlos, let's let everyone know how they can find you.
You can find me on All About WWE 2020. I post content almost every day. Mainly recaps, just things about wrestlers, old in the past, old and now. So yeah.
Cool, yeah, he has a lot of great content on there. He is the person providing us with these pictures through his social media, which is very nice. So let's go into the week, this past week. We saw a pretty crazy past week. Raw and SmackDown were both very intense. But let's each talk about Raw. I'm going to give my top 3 moments that I'm still talking about, and then Carlos will give his. So, for me, moment number 3 is when Randy Orton challenged Drew McIntyre for the WWE title at SummerSlam. I already know this is going to be a great match. I kind of knew this was going to trickle down to SummerSlam. But I think it will be a great match. I think Drew McIntyre is going to continue to show his dominance. And I just thought it was interesting how quick Drew McIntyre accepted the challenge. So that stuck out to me. Moment number 2 was when Sasha Banks became the Raw Women's Champion. Basically, she won the title after Asuka saw Bayley attacking Kairi Sane on the monitor. And Asuka ran out of the ring, got counted out. And in that particular match, if you lost by count out, you lost the title. So Asuka is no longer the Raw Women's Champion. And sadly, Kairi Sane is no longer a part of WWE. I wasn't so happy with the outcome of the match, but I do like where the story is going. I do see Asuka and Sasha Banks at SummerSlam, but I do like where it's headed, and I think we'll see what happens on Raw. Next, moment number 1, my top moment, Dominick Mysterio attacking Seth Rollins. This moment literally had me sitting up, seeing Dominic attack Rollins. I was like, yes! And then Rollins and Murphy attacking Dominic, and I was like, where is everybody? Someone come help. And then Aleister comes, he gets attacked, and I'm like, where's Dominic? And then finally, I was just going through all the emotions, and I'm excited to see these two fight at SummerSlam. I'm pretty positive that's going to happen. But yeah, top 3. What do you have as your top 3 moments?
Okay, so for the third, for number 3, I feel like it's Randy Orton RKOing Drew McIntyre at the end of the show.
Oh, okay.
I was expecting that to happen. I was just waiting for that moment to happen, but it happened as the show was going on. So yeah, I feel like that's number 3. Number 2 would be Sasha Banks winning the Raw Women's Championship. I'm really for Sasha Banks. I was really happy that she finally won it and they actually announced it. It's not like no fake thing now that they're saying, oh, she's not the champion, she's the champion.
Yep.
And number 1 would be Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler just brawling it out, and then they took out the officials and everything.
Oh yeah, that was a crazy
one of my
moment.
favorite moments too.
That was very crazy. I forgot about that. Yeah, I'm excited to see what happened between those two. Okay.
Those are really two dominant females that are just gonna just go crazy.
Yeah, I don't know when I haven't seen this type of competition in a long time between two powerhouse athletes. Next, we're going to jump into SummerSlam, our top 3 moments. So for me, number 3 was a Nikki Cross and Bayley match. They had a great match. I thought they gave it their all. Nikki Cross just keeps looking impressive. Bayley's looking as a great heel. My moment number 2 would be Sonya Deville attacking Mandy Rose backstage, cutting her hair off, messing up her face. Great. I'm excited to see Mandy Rose and Sonya go at it again. And yes, that was moment number 2. And moment number 1, moment of the week for SmackDown. The Fiend attacking Alexa Bliss after Nikki Cross and Bayley's match. I was so sad for Alexa. I was screaming, "Where's Braun Strowman? Get out here." Of course, he did not show up, but it was interesting to see them include a female in this. So, yeah, those are my top 3 moments from SmackDown.
So I feel like one of my number 3 would be AJ Styles versus Manalik. Even though it was an unexpected match, it was really good. I enjoyed the high flying ability between the two. So yeah, I feel like AJ Styles just keeps on getting phenomenal every match he gets. And then number 2 would be Big E's match. I'm really looking forward to his singles career. Like what's coming up for him, maybe a championship in the future, who knows?
Yeah.
And then especially the submission, I was not expecting that to win the match. Number 1 would be the Fiend attacking Alexa Bliss.
Yep. That was a crazy moment. All 3 of those moments were very great, for sure. So now, let's jump into our rumors segment. We were going to do pictures, but I think I will hold that off until next time. Right now, we're going to go into rumors of the week. So, this necessarily isn't a rumor, it's a fact. You just found out The Rock has purchased the XFL from Vince McMahon. So The Rock, Yep, he owns the new football league. He bought that today from Vince McMahon, and I will tell you what The Rock said. Let me pull this up here.
So what is the XFL league? It's like a football league, or?
Yeah, so the XFL is a football league, and it used to be out in it was popular back in 2001 initially, but it wasn't too popular. It started up again, but no one really paid much attention to it, so it was just kind of didn't really matter. But here is what was said. The report is that, as first reported by Sportico and later confirmed by Variety, Vince McMahon's bankrupt XFL league has been purchased by The Rock and Gary Cardinale's Redbird Capital. The sale was made earlier this morning, just hours prior to an official auction. It should also be noted that The Rock's ex-wife, Dany Garcia, will be a stakeholder as well. The league was forced to shut down back in April. It is said that the league's assets and liabilities range from $10 million to $50 million. And The Rock purchased XFL for $15 million before the auction. Yeah, so
insane, man.
He really wanted it. Also, some backstage news about tonight's Raw. It was noted that tonight's Raw is totally unprepared and that issues stem from chaos from the top, according to Gary Cassidy of Sportskeeda. WWE is taping 2 Raw episodes at the Performance Center today, and word is that the first episode airing tonight is changing on the fly, while the second episode is still apparently incomplete. The report also noted that there's a lack of leadership and a lot of stress due to indecisiveness. A source close to the situation reportedly said, quote, "The shows will happen and air, but there's no attainable goal of quality because everything is decided under the pressure cooker of it all coming down to the very last minute," end quote.
So they're taping the Raw show like every week, or?
Yep, so they do 2 Raws every week. They tape the one that goes on that night and then the one for next week. So what they're
after the first one, right?
Yep. And what they're saying is that the quality is not going to be good because people are indecisive about what they're going to do. It says, it seems like there have been constant creative and behind-the-scenes issues with Raw and SmackDown as of late, but it was noted that, quote, what's going on today seems even wilder than usual, end quote. WWE CEO Vince McMahon.
Yeah, there were so many superstars out lately.
Yeah.
It's a little hard.
Yeah, Vince McMahon's at today's Raw taping, but his mood was described as, quote, volatile, end quote. So we're in for a show tonight if we hear anything like that. Also, this two things, they're not really WWE news, but they're WWE related. Two former WWE women athletes are now a part of AEW, and they are both participating in the Deadly Draw Tag Tournament. So right now, Vicky Guerrero is managing Nyla Rose, and former Funkadactyl Cameron, she now goes by her real name Ariane, so she's in AEW. And also former NXT women's superstar Taynara Conti will also be in the Deadly Draw Tag Tournament. This is another important moment. Nikki Bella and Brie Bella both gave birth less than 24 hours apart from each other. So Nikki Bella wrote on her Twitter, quote, "And how about that tag team? I can't believe Brie and I have boys less than 24 hours apart. Honestly, only us, LOL. And that I beat her. As you can imagine, everyone said it was my baby and mine's competitive side that kicked in. I can't wait for our Bella boys to grow up together." So basically, this is Nikki's first son and her first child with Artem, and this is Brie Bella's second child with her husband Bryan Danielson. They both had boys in less than 24 hours. My fiance Dory said that she thinks that they will be tag team champions one day, I hope. So congratulations, Bella Twins, on that. Also, we have Ric Flair talking about what he thinks is missing from today's product. So Ric Flair was doing Booker T's podcast, and here's a quote. He says, "I think it's an immense number of huge characters. Black wrestlers that I got to wrestle. You could probably list 20 guys that you wrestled 100 times. I don't think there's anybody, with the exception of Randy Orton right now on the roster, that had that kind of experience to wrestle that many guys. I mean, maybe AJ." So basically, he says that there's not too much competition, and that's why the product isn't doing too well. And also, I will not say who it is, but there is a member of an important family coming to Raw tonight. They are set to return. I don't think WWE can... Oh, they did. Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
WWE has announced that Shane McMahon will return to TV during tonight's Raw. There's
Wait,
no...
what?
Yep, Shane McMahon will be returning to Raw tonight.
Whoa, I didn't know that. Wait, what?
There's no word yet on what Shane will be doing, but we will keep you updated. Shane has been away from WWE storyline since losing the career versus career ladder match to Kevin Owens back in October, on October 4th. The updated lineup for tonight's Raw: Shane McMahon returns, Asuka looks for revenge on Bayley and Sasha Banks, Drew McIntyre addresses Randy Orton, and as you said before, WWE United States Champion Apollo Crews defends against MVP in the opening match. So we have a pretty decent Raw to look forward to tonight. It should be a good show. And with that, we are going to jump into our 20 questions WWE tag. And here's how we do it. I have a list of questions here, and Carlos and I are just going to give our honest answers. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. So here's the first question. And because it's so hard, I'm going to allow there to be more than one answer. So the question is, favorite current superstar?
Male or female?
For right now, male.
Randy Orton.
Anybody else?
Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre,
Yep.
and Ricochet.
Cool. Okay. So for me, I like. And this is not counting NXT. Edge is one of my favorites. Angel Garza, Andrade. I like Matt Riddle. Seth Rollins. So yeah, those are my favorites. Seth Rollins, Andrade, I like Aleister Black, Angel Garza, Edge, Ricochet, all the high flyers. All right. Number 2, favorite superstar of all time.
Rowdy Piper and Dusty Rhodes.
Cool. My favorite wrestlers are Undertaker, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H, and The Rock. And also, yeah, I also like Rob Van Dam, Eddie Guerrero's on there, Chris Benoit, Kurt Angle. Okay. Favorite current female superstar? I know your answer.
Banks.
Yep, Sasha Banks.
Alexa Bliss.
Yeah.
Bailey and Asuka.
Okay, so my favorite, not counting NXT, Asuka, Bailey, Charlotte Flair, Sasha Banks. My favorite right now, Becky Lynch. So I have a lot. Okay, number 4. Favorite female superstar of all time.
Oh, all time. Okay, so since I feel like Sasha Banks is the greatest of all time, so Sasha Banks.
Oh, all right. I'm going to go with Trish Stratus, Lita. I love Maryse. Maryse was my crush when I was little, so. Okay. Do you enjoy WrestleMania or SummerSlam better, and why?
Repeat that?
Do you like WrestleMania or SummerSlam better, and why?
I feel like WrestleMania is better because it's like I feel like it's more of a bigger show.
Yeah.
Honestly, and then they have like bigger matches on the card too.
So you're WrestleMania. So for me, I like SummerSlam because although like I love WrestleMania season, but when they tend to get to WrestleMania, they're not as good as I hope for. Some of the matches are great, but SummerSlam tends to always deliver, so I have to go with SummerSlam. I do like WrestleMania week though. Next, favorite title belt of all time.
I would go with the WWE Championship.
Yeah.
The one that's currently like around.
So the new one, nice. I like the old WWE Championship from 2000, which when it was the Eagle. I also like. Gosh, I like the NXT Cruiserweight title. I'm trying to think what else I like. I like the old Intercontinental title. There's a lot of titles I like. All right, least favorite superstar of all time.
Least favorite.
Yep.
Oh my god. This is a hard one. I would say maybe The Miz.
The Miz. You really don't like The Miz, huh?
No, really, no. He's good, but it's just he can't wrestle. I feel like I don't like him.
All right.
He's really annoying.
Gosh, there's a lot of people I don't like. A lot of people that got fired, like Heath Slater, can keep it. Dolph Ziggler, I think, is overrated. I really don't like him. Jinder Mahal, I didn't like. Yeah. Okay, favorite WrestleMania moment.
Ooh, wow, there's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot. Okay, so I have like a couple. So when Shane McMahon jumped off the Hell in the Cell and fell through the cable, that's one of my favorites, a classic.
Yep.
When John Cena picked up Edge and the Big Show at the same time at WrestleMania 25.
Yeah.
That was definitely, and then another moment from that same WrestleMania was when he had all those John Cenas come out during his entrance, and then
that was cool.
They all said you can't see. That was all fire. I loved it.
That was cool. So for me, I like.
One more.
No, go ahead.
The women triple threat match at WrestleMania 32.
Oh, that was
good.
good.
Charlotte and Sasha Sasha Banks. I love
Yeah,
that match.
that was very good. Very, very good moment. So for me, I love the WrestleMania 17 moment where Edge spears Jeff Hardy off the ladder. I also like from that year Stone Cold turning on The Rock and joining with Vince McMahon. Also from that year, I love when Linda McMahon got off of the wheelchair and kicked Vince in the balls. I liked WrestleMania 25, Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker. Gosh, there's so many moments. Yeah, that's probably it. I don't really know. Okay, your favorite era.
Repeat that? Hold on.
Yep, you're fine. Favorite era.
Favorite era? The Attitude Era.
Attitude. Cool. I like Ruthless Aggression because that's what I grew up on. This one's pretty hard. Favorite match of this year so far?
Of this year?
Yep.
Oh, man. Ooh. Edge versus Orton.
Yep.
At Backlash.
Okay.
It was such a good match. It was so long, and I loved how they brought up the referee, like, at the old attire, you know.
Yep, I have to watch it again. I have to watch it. Was it good? Because I didn't see it.
Edge versus Orton at Backlash, it was really good. That match was probably like 45 minutes, maybe. It was just straight up, you know, a wrestling match, all they said.
Cool. I'll check.
The ending was a little bit of a, you know, it sucked. You know how WWE's doing nowadays.
Oh, yeah, they're terrible.
They're always messing up the ending. But yeah, it was a really good match, though. Honestly.
So for me, there's a couple of matches I enjoyed this year. I enjoyed Nikki Cross and Bayley at Horror Show. I enjoyed the New Day against Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro at Horror Show. I enjoyed Charlotte versus Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. I also liked Charlotte versus Io Shirai versus what's her face? Oh gosh. Charlotte, Io Shirai, and Rhea Ripley. Sorry, it'd take over in your house.
I also really enjoyed the Boneyard match.
Oh, Boneyard, that was good.
AJ Styles and Undertaker.
Yep, that was really good. That was a good match. But yeah, that's it. Okay, favorite piece of merchandise you own, if any?
I like the Red Orton, the Venom shirt. You know, the Venom shirt that he had like in 2015, maybe.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I love that shirt. Like with the big skull in the front, and then like it says Venom on the bottom of it.
Yeah.
That's like my favorite T-shirt.
Sick. So I have a couple that I own that I like. So right now I'm wearing my Becky 2 Belt shirt. So I have that because when I went to Money in the Bank, I was repping it. I also have a nice NXT hoodie. I have a nice Johnny Gargano hoodie. I have nice Austin 316 pants that I like. And I have a Stone Cold like blanket. I also have, I'm like really fortunate to have all this stuff. I have these 2 wrestling belts, they're pillows. So I have the NXT Championship pillow and the old WWE title pillow. So next, favorite faction of all time.
Favorite faction of all time. Okay. I would choose Legacy, The Shield, and the Wyatt family.
Very cool. I'm going to go with Evolution, the 4 Horsemen, and I liked Team, the Wyatt family was good. They all were good. What is your favorite pay-per-view?
Favorite pay-per-view?
Yeah.
Probably the Royal Rumble, honestly.
Cool. Mine.
Knowing how things are now, I don't think it's going to be. I feel like they should bring the crowd back before Royal Rumble because it's not going to be the same. Like, imagine the people come out and there's only like 15 people. Or like, if there's like a surprise.
There's going to be like nobody,
Rumble,
yeah.
It really won't be the same without the crowd.
Yeah. I agree. It's going to be a little strange next year. But that is it for our question tag. Those are some cool questions. And that is it for our current state of WWE. We had a good week. We'll be back next week for another show. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification bell. Make sure you comment. Let us know what you think. If you've heard any rumors, let us know. Let us know your answers for the 20 question tag. What are your answers? Favorite superstar? Favorite female superstars? Carlos, how can people find you again?
You can find me on Instagram at All About WWE 2020. So yeah.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you comment and hit the like button and subscribe. We will see you all next week with another episode of the current state of WWE.